Let's start with your book. Tell us about the inspiration behind I Am Golden.
Sure. It's like right here behind me in my setup. So I Am Golden is actually my eighth children's book, which is just like boggles my mind to kind of think that I've written eight children's books. This one is for sure the most personal. The book came about, I wrote it during the COVID-19 crisis, and the COVID-19 crisis was obviously difficult for the entire world over for obvious reasons. But it was a period of a lot of reflection for me because, as we know, during the COVID-19 crisis, there was a spike in anti-Asian hate crimes. And so I was going through a time where, I was raised in New York City. I'm a proudly first generation American. And for the first time ever, I had to call my parents and tell them, like, wear a hat, wear scarves, wear sunglasses, don't speak Chinese on the street, never go out by yourself. And to think in 2022, that this was happening in New York City. And my parents at the time were like, no, we live in New York. This couldn't happen. But sure enough, there was a huge uptick in crimes, especially perpetuated against Asian elders. So I started thinking about ways to explain this to my children. I started thinking about ways like, how would I talk about pride? What is the book I wish I had had growing up? And that's how I Am Golden came about. I call it a manifesto for Asian joy. And there weren't really books like this growing up for me. I don't recall a single book growing up when I was about 7, 8, 9 years old that had an Asian protagonist on the cover, looking joyful, looking like just like fiercely happy. And so I'm really proud of this book because it is my family history. And yeah, book number 8, lucky number 8.